Hello everyone, Carmine from New York here, professional photojournalist here in New York City since 1973. Let's go! We have to discuss today in photo class number 329 this gorgeous Super Takumar from Asahi Optical 35mm f3.5 lens. It sells for $63, and this just might be the best 35mm lens I've ever used. Let's get into it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, comment below. I am so excited and happy, and I want to thank you guys for getting me 1.5 million views. Thank you so much, guys. Now, let's jump right into the facts of this camera. First of all, before you go away, let me just tell you something. You're in for a treat. I have over a dozen photographs that I took with this lens, the Super Takumar 35mm f3.5, all metal prime with 5 elements. With this camera, the Leica SL, it's a 24 megapixel mirrorless digital camera. Now, it's also full frame. I forgot to add that. Now, the photos you're going to see today are all in black and white. Why? Because I felt that these photographs that you're about to see deserve to be shown in Leica black and white. You're going to see the JPEGs, the black and white JPEGs that Leica makes right from this SL camera, straight to you. All right, 35mm, fully manual. It has a clickable aperture ring right here. It goes from 3.5 to f16. I shoot this lens at f8. Why f8? f8 is the sharpest aperture on 99.99% of every lens ever made. I've been doing this for 50 plus years. Tomorrow starts my 51st year as a professional photographer here in Manhattan. Also, you have to understand that anything I show on this channel, I bought myself. Pentax, who makes Super Takumar lenses, did not send me this 1962 lens to review. It's been out of production since 1971, and it went into production in different flavors since the 50s. Okay, so just sit back, absorb information, because it's my responsibility to teach everything I've learned about photography for 50 years. I went to 2 photography schools because in the 70s there was no YouTube. There was no learning from the internet. You had to go and sit in a classroom if you wanted to learn anything, refrigeration repair or photography, and everything in between. Pay attention. I have to get this information out. Look, this is photo class number 329, and I'm not even 25% done of what I have to teach. All right. So it's a prime lens. What does prime lens mean? You hear it all the time. It just means that it's not a zoom. That's all it means. And it generally means that it's sharper than a zoom. It generally means it has less elements. Like in this case, it has 5 elements. What's an element? An element is a piece of glass. This one has 5 pieces of glass. You can see the front element right there. More elements are not better. Less elements are better. Why? Because an element, a piece of glass, every time light has to go through another piece of glass to hit your sensor or film, you lose light. And if you lose light, you lose information. What's information? Details. So this lens, all metal, made in Japan. It costs about $63 delivered. It's pretty light. Like, as you can see, it's pretty small. It's only 150 grams. I happen to have another piece of metal on the back of it. That's an adapter. The lens comes with an M42 mount. It simply means that's the screw on the back of the lens. This camera takes L mount lenses, which is a bayonet style where it goes in and 1/4 turn and it's locked in. So you need an adapter. And they're about 15 bucks. I get mine on Amazon. No links. I buy them. Chill out. Adapters. Very inexpensive. M42 to L mount. All right. This lens is multi-coated. What does it mean? It means that in a vacuum process, they take the lens elements, they lay them down in a circular round table under vacuum, and they cook metal, different types of chromium metals. It creates a gas. The gas attaches itself to the glass. That's how they coat the lenses. Why do they coat lenses? Because it increases contrast. It helps with color rendition. It cuts down on chromatic aberration and a few other things in their special secret formula. How do I shoot the photographs you're seeing in this video? Aperture priority. This is a manual lens. There's no connectivity from the lens to the camera. So it's aperture priority. You set your f-stop here on the ring. Then the camera will select the best shutter speed. What ISO did I use for these pictures? It varied. The sun was going in and out, so anywhere from 50 to about 400 ISO. One last thing before we go in and look at all the dozen or so photographs. Once again, I want to reiterate, why are all these photographs in black and white? Well, historically, if you can think about the best Leica photographs you've ever seen, without going too deep, they generally were in black and white. Leica loves black and white. And what I did was I set the JPEG setting to shoot the JPEG in monochrome. The RAW will always be in color. So that's why you shoot RAW and JPEG. This way you have, in my case, I shot it in monochrome JPEG. And of course, you have no choice. RAW will always be in color. So you always have that option. But what you're going to look at right now are JPEGs made into monochrome, otherwise known as black and white, inside the Leica camera. Hey, Leica even sells a camera that only shoots in black and white. They know what they're doing. All right, guys, this is all about the lens. Let's look at all the photographs I shot with this combination. Leica SL, Super Takumar, 35mm prime, f3.5. Oh, you don't like f3.5? You think it's not fast enough? Haha, wrong. Plenty fast. Let's go.